guys and welcome to my channel. I'm Amanda and we are here with Sketchbook Summer. Now it is Wednesday that you're seeing this, but it's actually Monday night for me, and I wanted to film this because I have sketched a lot more than the last video, and the last video was quite long, so I just want to go through the drawings that I have done recently in this sketchbook, and I really want to talk about each one like I did in the last video, just because I like to talk. So this is the sketchbook that I'm using. It's a Raymond Stationery sketchbook. I got it at Raymond Stationery store here in my hometown. Well, not my hometown actually, quite far away from my hometown, but near my hometown. So it's a UK stationery store, so I don't know if these are like available, but if they are, then I'll put a link in the description below. Forgot to say that. I also want you to go over, if you have never been to the Sketchbook Summer videos, to Brandon's channel where him and his friend Matt post videos about this, because they are the creators of this challenge thing. And briefly to sum it up, basically you get a sketchbook and you fill it in a month, particularly the month of July because it's Sketchbook Summer. I have fixed the front cover, kind of. It now says Sketchbook instead of Sketchbook Summer, and it doesn't look the prettiest because I'm not very good at lettering, but that's something that maybe I might do in my sketchbook, although lettering is not. Well, it is art, but like it's not drawings. I don't know, I don't want to offend anybody, but anyway, let's get into this. So if you want to see the first couple of pages in my sketchbook, then I'll link the first video in the description below and on a card up here somewhere, and maybe at the end of the video as well, so it's easy to find. But let's get started, and I'm actually going to just try and find the last page. Okay, now I promised you guys that I would show you the page that had this shark on it at the end, so that you guys could see the page filled up, and this is definitely the worst page of the sketchbook so far, I think, or one of the worst pages anyway. But I'm going to show you it, and then I probably will glue those two pages together. I have my handy dandy Pritt stick ready for me to do that because I hate these pages, and that's what I do. I tend to glue the pages together, but I only do it sparingly. I'll do it like maybe 3 times in a sketchbook, and I have plenty of pages in this sketchbook. So yeah, anyway, this is getting long, so here is the page where there is the shark, and then I've got this doodle of this face that I tried to do. Basically it was just to fill up this page because I had done a couple of pages in front of this and came back and did this one. This is a kind of avatar idea that I have for my channel. Obviously it's not going to be anything like this because this is absolutely terrible, but I want myself, which this looks nothing like me, maybe the hair is a bit the same, but this person looks really old to me. But anyway, I want me saying that's exciting, especially for my vlogging channel, because I say that's exciting in a sort of like sarcastic way a lot. So I want, maybe even I'll do like that much, like torso-ish, and I'll have that's exciting and in the speech bubble, but it's just a concept idea, it's nothing spectacular. I'll probably do it digitally as well, so that's exciting. Also, she has a creepy face, so yeah. Anyway, next page. So I went and did these 3 sketches without reference, and I was highly disappointed by the outcome of these. I really want to start doing hairstyles like this, like, you know, trendy hairstyles that are in right now, but I didn't really know how to do it, and I should have looked up a reference. So then I went and looked up references of people and turned them into a sort of like cartoony style, because I'm trying to teach myself how to do more cartoony rather than less cartoony, I guess. I'm trying, but kind of failing, but I really like the way that these two came out. I think she's super cute with her big glasses on, and she's got a cool expression, I think, so I was really happy with that. And then again I went on Pinterest and found a picture of this girl here, So she was posing like this and I decided just to draw her. I really liked her hairstyle. It was a bit different because it had bangs, and I really liked the pose as well. I really wanted to try and draw a hand that was inside a jumper and make it look like it was inside a jumper. I don't think I really pulled that off, but it's really hard to do that when I'm not doing much shading. And the reason I'm not doing much shading is because I don't want to do much shading in like a colourful colour, and I don't want to put graphite in this sketchbook because I know that that does smear onto the other page, and I don't have any fixative. So that's my excuse for that, but I do like the way that she's came out. I just didn't feel like inking her or colouring her in at that point in time. So yeah, I've also made a note to myself to look up hair references and practice hair a lot more, so that's what I done here and here. I just looked up girls, basically. So the next page. This page is quite funny. I was watching a stream by my friend Laura, xSimSugar, if you want to go and check her out on YouTube and Twitch. She was doing a stream with the Sims, and it was the cheese challenge. So I drew that quick doodle just to have a laugh and said that Laura's getting cheesy. And then while I was watching that stream, I also drew this little chick, which I really love. I think she came out really cool, and I think that my sketchbooks, I like my sketchbooks to be like this, like small doodles of faces that have colour in them, and practicing that because I just think that it looks sketchy, but it still looks kind of finished to me. Like, I prefer this look, kind of like this mixed look, over just this, because I feel like these pages look really unfinished and just half like done, like half I want to say the word A-R-S-E-D, but like, you know what I mean. Anyway, so then I know that I need to practice lips because these lips are not really that impressive, so I started doing some lips here. And then I seen a picture of a girl on my Twitter page. She had just put up this, and oh my god, she's a YouTuber as well, and I can't even remember her name. Can't remember who she is. Pretty sure maybe nobody will recognise her because she doesn't look anything like this. But yeah, that's what that is. And then I started doing some little more like poses, and then I put a watercolour wash in the background. And I kind of like the way that this page came out, even though it was a little bit spaced out for my liking. I like it more like this, where you don't really have to have a background to make it look finished, but there just seemed to be too much space in here. And also I see in a lot of people's sketchbooks where they've got their poses of people overlapping each other, and I hate that. I don't like that. That's too messy for me, so I put some watercolour in the background just to kind of make it a little bit more colourful and fill in the space. Then I was trying to do this dude, and you can't really see it very well because it is only in green pencil, but I wanted to try and draw a guy, also with clothing that was pretty cool. But then look at him, he's like, his posture, the way he's standing isn't very good. And then I started doing skulls, even though I'm not really good at skulls. I think you need a much darker pencil for skulls, and I don't know, I'm not very good at cartoon skulls. I prefer to do realistic skulls. But yes, that's that page. And then I wanted to do more lips, so I used the Pentel Touch sign pens for these lips, and just did loads of cartoon, different kind of angles and stuff of lips, and made it look a little bit more colourful. I was testing out these pens because I do want to do a review on these pens, but I want to use them a lot before I actually review them, so I did some lips. This is my 600 plus things to draw video. You can get that on my channel. I'll link that in the description below as well. But the reason I'm doing 600 plus things to draw in these books is so that I can fill this up faster, because I don't want to sketch in another sketchbook when I know I could be sketching in this one to finish it. So I did this, and this is gouache and watercolour. Not my best work, but if you go and watch that video, you will hear me talk about that one a little bit more if you want to hear anything about that. This one, I was watching a couple of live streams, and YouTube videos, and I decided to just do a random bunch of doodles. A lot of these are copied from other people's like line drawings and stuff because I didn't have a clue, but then I started looking at actual real life things and then turning it into little line doodles, and it was really fun for me to do this because I don't usually sketch like this. I don't usually draw like this at all, and I really want to become more simple, like draw a few lines to indicate that that's a cactus instead of drawing hundreds of different sketchy lines, which is very new to me, but I really like doing it. So I enjoyed this page so much, and it literally took me like 8 hours to do. I was just like going in line by line, and I didn't do pencil first. I just went straight in with a fine liner. It wasn't this one, it was a uni pin, but just for an example it was a fine liner, and I just went in and did all these little doodles, and it was fun. This one is the never to be seen 600 plus things slippers drawing. There was a horrible drawing underneath it, so I stuck some watercolour paper in it, and I was like, I'm going to do this really cool cartoon drawing of this grandpa sitting on a bench with his slippers on, like he was outside with his slippers on, and I found a picture that was quite good for that reference wise, so I tried to copy it, and it just isn't my style. When I try to copy something that isn't my style, it tends to look horrible. So I prefer to go in and look at different features of the face and then put them into my own face shapes and my own style. Otherwise it just ends up looking like this, and this is not good. This is horrible. One of the themes for the Sketchbook Summer on Facebook page that you can go and find was robots, and then another one was cats. So I decided to do cats. I didn't get round to doing robots. I did this at my mum's house, so I was just sketching away while I was talking to my mum and dad, and I just did a bunch of cats. My brother hates cats, so he didn't like the fact that I was drawing cats. This is it says cute buildings at the top. This is not a cute building. This is meant to be half of a castle that's in Scotland somewhere. I think it's called Dunnan Castle. I don't know where this castle is. I've never been to it before, but I am Scottish, by the way, if you don't know. But this castle, I did this also at my mum's. So I was sketching this out, and I realised that I was doing too much intricate, I can never say that word. I was doing too much brickwork basically, and I should have indicated that there was bricks here and then did all of the tiles instead of just putting all the bricks in, and then I think that this would look a lot better. But I'm quite proud of the proportion of the building and like the perspective and stuff, and also even though this tree is really squiggly, I'm quite proud that it actually looks like a squiggly black tree. And then this is supposed to be water, but I've never sketched water in my life, so I've watercoloured water I think, but I haven't sketched it, so I didn't really know how to do that, and I wasn't really bothered because I literally spent like 3 hours on this. Again, still at my mum and dad's, I did some bags because I don't know, I felt like doing some bags. I just think of random things when I'm out and about, or when I'm watching things or doing something, and then I'll write it at the top of the page. It doesn't mean that I have to do it on that page, it just means that that's an indication of what I want to draw next or soon. So I did a couple of bags here, and yeah, it was really good practice because I have a bag that looks like this, and I want to do the Meet the Artist challenge again, but that's like totally gone now. I think they only do that in January. But at least I'll have practice for next year when I can do it and show you guys what's in my bag. So yeah, that's the bags one. And I'm actually really happy with this. And then the last page is me doing some other sketches of like little buildings and stuff, and it was just quick sketches that I was doing. But I really want to learn how to draw buildings that are really cute and cartoon cottagey like, so that's why I was sketching a bunch of buildings, because I really do not know how to do perspective or how to do architecture or anything like that, and I want to really get into doing stuff like that. So I've been looking at a lot of pictures of buildings. My Pinterest is probably, like, people that are following me on Pinterest are probably going like, oh my god, could you please stop saving things, because I'm pinning a lot of ideas and inspiration over on Pinterest. And if you want to go and follow me on Pinterest, the link is in the description below. And then this I just sketched randomly because I have been having, if you watch my vlog channel you'll know that I've been having a bit of a fly problem at the moment, and I've been using my purse to swat the flies, and I was trying to like draw myself as like this amazing, I don't know, it popped into my head as amazing like fly killer person with this purse in her hand and all like looking cool and stuff, and this is as far as I got, and I went, I'm not even going to be able to get the stance that I want. I should look at poses first and then try to add the implements in, add the things in, the props later on. So I just stopped doing that, and then I ended up doing something else. So this was today, which is the 9th, I believe, is it? Or is it the 10th? It's the 10th. So this was the 10th and these ones were the 9th. So I'm just going to write in pen on the 10th, just so that I know that it was the 10th of July 2017. And we're already on the 10th, and I don't think I've did that much pages, guys. So I'll show you how much pages I've done. We'll just put this one up because it's like partly done. I have done this amount of pages in 10 days, which is a big achievement for me, but I have this amount of pages to go in like less than 20 days. So 10 days is about, I would say, like this much pages, or less than that actually. So there's another 10 days. So I think that maybe I'll get half the sketchbook done, guys. Who knows? Hopefully I can go through a lot of sketching soon, but I am going to be doing a lot of videos like this in here, so hopefully I'll do it and it'll be great. But I'm going to end this video here, so thank you so much for watching. Please remember to comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.